Welcome to the Radiant Life with Tatiana. I am your host, and I'm obsessed with empowering you to live and create the best life possible. I'm a master mindset coach, breathwork facilitator, and a passionate little Latina who loves sharing the magic behind your subconscious mind and energetics. If you're looking to uplevel your mindset, learn all about spirituality and manifestation, and to be inspired in making a change to embody your best self, you are in the right place. My goal is for you to see and unlock your limitless potential, to have the tools to break free from the chains holding you back so you can create and live your most radiant life. I am so excited to have you here listening today. Now let's dive into today's episode. Hello, and welcome to the Radiant Life podcast. I am so excited to share this with you because I love this time of year. I can feel this New Year's energy. I've actually been feeling the 2023 New Year's energy for the last few weeks. I just know it's going to be so transformative, so much growth, so much expansion, so much beauty in it for you, for me, for this community. I'm claiming it, I'm calling it in, and I'm just so excited. I love this time of year. I think goal setting, New Year's resolution setting is so useful and so beneficial if you do it properly. And I know some people don't love it. Some people say, you can choose any day of the year to set goals and a vision and a new identity. And heck, yes, I agree with that 100%. And I believe that this time of year can just be used into our advantage, right? We have a calendar year. There's an energy shift. We all feel it around collectively. So why not give this as a milestone marker for us to reflect on each year and create goals and achievements that we want to accomplish, right? I just love it. And it's funny because there was a time in my life that I actually didn't love this and I resented it and I hated it because every New Year's resolution would come, I would reflect and I'd be like, well, all my goals weren't achieved this year. Oh, I failed. And it stunk. I felt like I couldn't overcome it. And I would see people crush their goals and I'm like, how are they crushing their goals? And I'm not. And so in today's episode, I want to share with you why your 2022 goals may have not manifested, why you may have struggled in achieving them, or any goals, right? You can apply these to both. Because at one point in my life, I would have the same goals over and over again. I would want to lose weight and love my body and heal my relationship with food and understand nutrition and find a purpose and passion within myself. And I just never could do it for like 4 or 5 years straight, especially the weight loss one. That was the one that just would always sting. And I've done a lot of trainings. I've learned a lot. And I finally found a way where it just clicked. And I understand now how to set goals in a way that can be achieved and how I can manifest them easily and effortlessly. And I'm actually going to be sharing that in my free 3-day workshop, Radiate into the New Year, which is going to be January 10th to the 12th. So even if you have your New Year's goals already created, join. This is where I'm going to show you more top mistakes that people make and to avoid, how to overcome blocks and challenges when it comes to achieving our goals, and my exact strategy system of how I set goals, because there's a proper way of setting goals. So teaching you how to set goals the right way and how I use certain tools and techniques to manifest them to my life easily and effortlessly. And it is free. This is actually going to be the last year I do host this for free. Next year it will be paid because there's just so much juice. As I learn and evolve and grow each year, I add more to it. This is like the 3rd year I've been hosting this specific workshop. And so join, whether you've made goals or haven't. There's going to be so much energy, so much momentum, so much potential for you to learn how to set goals the right way so that you can finally achieve them and manifest them this year, making 2023 your best year. So if you're ready, scroll down to the show notes. You can sign up there. It starts January 10th. So for today, I want to share with you why your 2022 goals did not manifest. I really want to share this with you so you don't give up on creating new goals for this new year and for the future. So let's dive into it. I have made all of these mistakes. First one, you may find this one silly, but the first reason why your goals didn't get accomplished is because you didn't set any goals. And you may be thinking, well, duh. Yeah, duh. But you would be surprised how many people don't actually set their goals.
and they just kind of have a thought in their head and be like, oh, it would be nice if I lost weight, or it would be nice if I had a business idea, or it would be nice if I got my real estate license, or XYZ. And they just assume these goals and dreams will appear. Or sometimes they don't know what they want. And maybe this is you. Maybe you're like, oh my goodness, you're right. I don't know what I want. I get so overwhelmed, so I just don't set goals. Or I don't set goals because it's easier to not let myself down, right? But we need to get specific on what we want. Imagine going to a restaurant and you're sitting at the table and the waiter comes up to you and you're just sitting there and you're not telling the waiter what you want to eat. You're just kind of expecting them to just know what you want and just to bring it to you. That's exactly what you're doing. Like, God in the universe needs specific of what you want. What do you want? Claim it, decide it. I want a new car. I want a new job. I want to find my soulmate. I want to learn how to lose weight and heal my relationship with food. I want to heal my gut. I want to travel to these 3 places. You need to set goals, because if you're not setting goals, if you're not getting clear with what you want, life's just going to kind of take you by. The waiter's just going to bring you whatever you want. The sardine pizza. You don't want the sardine pizza, right? You want a nice juicy burger, but how are they going to know? So I know this one's silly, but I've seen it so many time and time again. I had a client who actually joined Embrace Your Radiance January of 2022. So it's just coming up on a year, and we were messaging back and forth yesterday because she was one who came to me and she said, I don't set goals. 1, because I don't really know what I want. And 2, I don't believe I can achieve them. So I don't want to disappoint myself. So we had to overcome that. And so throughout the program, we did. She set goals. She achieved the goals. And she was like, oh my God, I actually can achieve the goals I set out. I actually know what I want. And it's not even a year later. It's 11 months. And she messaged me yesterday and she was like, I don't even know who the girl was a year ago when I put down the deposit early because I knew I was ready to make a change. And she's like, I've set so many goals for myself and I've achieved so many of them. Finding confidence. She's moving in April. She is starting her business. She started a podcast. She has a book club. She had improved her money mindset. All of these goals that she's always wanted, but she didn't truly get clear on what she wanted and she didn't decide it. And then they weren't happening, right? I mean, now they are because she got clear and decided. So if you would like some support on getting clear on what you want in goals, join the workshop, because that's the number one reason why, not the number one, that is the first reason why your goals may have not manifested this year. The second reason that is that you are not aligned with the goals you set, aka they are not what you truly want. I want you to take a second here. When you think of goals, historically, the previous ones or the ones you want to set, are these for you? Is it what you truly want, and why? So many people create goals thinking it's what they want to get a certain feeling, or it's what other people want and expect, or it's because they have it and they seem happy. I think I'm going to be happy with that, right? At the end of the day, we have desires and goals because we believe it's going to provoke a certain feeling. But sometimes that feeling gets provoked in a different way. I had a conversation with a client today, and for her business, she's like, I want to reach 6 figures and I want my business so I can feel freedom. I can work wherever and whenever. And I kind of asked her, I said, well, it sounds like you're more aligned and connected with the feeling of working wherever and whenever and having that freedom and not the 9 to 5 than having your own business or earning 6 figures. Is that correct? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, so let's work through this. Maybe you set goals that weren't actually what you wanted or not in alignment to you. And let's focus on the feeling. What will bring this feeling? This can also tie into goal setting on what type of manifestor you are. This is a human design principle that I teach inside of Embrace Your Radiance. Some people are specific manifestors. Some people are not specific. And yeah, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. If you want to learn this podcast on it, you can join Embrace Your Radiance. But start with the feeling. What feeling are you desiring and what can bring you there, right? So second one is you're not aligned. It's not what you want, truly. You may think you want it, or it's what others want you to want, or what others have. Look within, get clear. What do you want? What is in alignment for you? Because if it's not in alignment, it's not going to really happen. Or if it happens, it's not going to feel that good. Okay. Third reason why your goals are not manifesting. You're setting goals in the old school way. and just doing reverse engineering. There's this old school way of setting goals that are just very logical, analytical. They're kind of vague. They're just short and to the point. And there's not energy to it. Everything's energy. We have spiritual universal laws working in our favor in our subconscious mind, how that works. We need to work with it. I giggle because my degree is in engineering. So I've been programmed to get clear on a goal and creating super strict action plan and reverse engineering it. And there's a time and place for that. There is benefit in there because it gives you a direction on what action steps to take. Because we can't just like manifest or have our goals without taking action, right? We can't lose weight without actually changing our nutrition or working out. We can't earn money just by sitting on the couch watching Netflix all day, right? We need action. So reverse engineering comes to a play, but there's energetic principles and subconscious rules that can support us. So let me break this down. Our subconscious mind creates emotions, thoughts, feelings, sensations to create our reality. And so we can use this to our advantage. We create our reality through our imagination, through visualization, our thoughts, and our words. Our words don't describe our reality, it creates it. So using this, instead of just saying like, I want this goal, how can we use the language of the subconscious mind? It's very metaphorical story where we can paint the picture so that I can believe it's real. Because a tip here, the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between reality and what you tell it. So we can use these principles and the universal laws, the energy to get behind it and choose to write our goals. So I'm going to go way more in depth in this in the workshop with visuals so you can actually grasp it. I have like a whole long module inside of EYR of the subconscious mind because when I learned this, when I first started getting educated, this is my background in the subconscious mind, it changed the game. And this is a tool that you can use with manifestation. So for now, like what would having your goal look like? What would it feel like? Your subconscious mind needs the details. It needs specifics. So paint the picture. It loves narration. It loves story form in present tense. So here's an example. Say you want to lose 10 pounds this year. I say this because like that was one that I just wanted year after year and I just never could do it. And I felt so discouraging. So instead of just saying, I want to lose 10 pounds, what if you just wrote it in a story form or just tapped into the feeling of it? I feel the healthiest I've ever felt this year from the inside out, where I love myself. I love my body. I have healed my relationship with food. I fuel my body with nutritious food. I move in ways that feel good. It feels freeing. And naturally, I've lost 10 pounds. I have so much energy. Feels amazing. How beautiful does that goal sound versus I want to lose 10 pounds? Yeah, difference, right? And when you can paint the story to your subconscious mind, it feels more real. Maybe for you, it's wanting to earn more money, whether you want a new job or start a business. Okay, cool. Maybe the goal, then you can just write it in a form of like, I absolutely love this new job. I feel like I'm finally able to be the leader that I am. My boss gives me full range of charge with the projects where I choose when to work, where to work. They trust that I get the work done. I'm earning what I desire and what I'm valued at for the knowledge and expertise that I bring in. This extra income allows me to do things that I love, like traveling and getting massages, right? Like instead of just get a new job. There's a difference to it. Do you feel the energy? So we want to get specific. We want to get into the feelings. We want to use how the subconscious mind works, how the universal laws work to support us in this goal setting way and reverse engineering way. And if you really want to learn more, again, join the workshop. I'm just sharing you why you may have not manifested your goals because you may have just written them boring bullet point. You may have never looked back on them, right? And just reverse engineered, but there was no energy support. There was no vision. There's power to this. I'm telling you, this was a game changer. I can't wait to share more. Oh, I love it. It makes me so excited. This is why I like bring all my clients through this in all of my programs, 101, EYR. Like there is power in this because when I learned this, it completely changed my life. Okay. Fourth reason, your goals are not realistic. So you may have heard setting SMART goals. It's a form of setting goals or criteria to follow. I'll go into this again. But the main point here is it's not realistic. Tony Robbins says, so many people overestimate what you can accomplish in 1 year and underestimate what you can do in a decade. And if you're setting too unrealistic of a goal, there's kind of like this lack of alignment, this lack of belief that you can actually do it. And that can lead to losing hope and losing momentum, because deep down, your subconscious mind kind of has like this bullshit reader that's like, yeah, that's not true. AKA, yeah, I want to lose 40 pounds in the next month. That's not realistic. I want to have $1 million business, but you haven't even started it yet. It's been only in like the mind visualization, right? It could if you actually take action and start the business, but is that realistic enough, right? So when we create goals, we want to make sure that they're a stretch, right? But we want to make sure that they're realistic so that you don't let yourself down. Because the thing is if you lose hope, then you lose disappointment, and then you may have this feeling of, what's the point? I never reached my goals anyways. But if you set more realistic goals, you would build more belief in yourself. So that's the fourth one. The fifth one is, this one's an important one. Many, I did this too, get too attached to the timeline of when this goal must be accomplished, and that adds pressure to us. And think about pressure. Who wants to feel like it's like a micromanaging boss up your short, like pressuring you? Did you do the project? Did you do this? Did you do this, right? Like it feels, ugh. Pressure puts us in a state of our sympathetic nervous system where it's stressful, and it brings us into that survival. And when we're in that state, our body's goal is to keep us alive, because it's just moving that cortisol, that stress through our entire body. And so by doing that, it's actually lowering our vibration it's kind of blocking us from actually the opportunities, and it's keeping us from those high vibration. We want to be in a high vibration, right? So how can you release the pressure of the timeline of when it happens? This is something I've had to work a lot on, actually. There's ways to do it. How can you have faith? It's funny because God and the universe literally work till in its final hour. The 11th hour is what they say. And nothing really good comes out of like that stressful, naggy energy. Think of it as, because the pressure comes off as a needy energy. I need this soulmate. I need to lose weight. I need the new job. I need the new car. Like, it's naggy, it's needy. No one likes that shit. Shift it to, this would be nice energy, a desire energy. I already have everything I need. This would be nice. Because you don't need the job, the soulmate, the new car, like you need air or food every day. Like there's a difference, right? So take a breath, learn to get grounded, learn to come from a place of faith and belief and trust and surrender. Dude, I'm telling you, I've had to work so much on this, and I still do this. I had to call my coach today, and I was like, I feel like I'm behind, and I had to release it, right? And there's tools and techniques that I share, I bring my clients through. Embrace your radiance. Meditation is great. Breathwork is great. There's more to it, but those are ones that you could do. Go get grounded. Find a way to bring your body back into the parasympathetic. Can you trust that it's always working for you? And can you believe that even if the goal didn't come in your timeline, right? Like, we're not meant to be in control all the time. Can you believe it's still for you? Can you believe it's still coming? I've done a lot of work around this, where I believe that, yeah, I have a goal and I set a timeline for me to start working for it so I can start making action, and I'm detached, meaning if it comes before December 31st, heck yeah, I'm so proud of myself. And I also trust that God has a different timeline, and it's going to come into my life when it's the right time. Like, for example, I'll be honest with you guys here, because we're fam. I have a goal for the podcast being in top 100. And, the charts, it goes up, it goes down. And I'm like, it's not on top 100 charts yet. Okay, cool. I know it's going to be. Radiant Life is going to be in the top 100 charts. It's going to get up to 10. I'm claiming it. My energy, I'm going to manifest it. And I'm not letting the timeline beat me up. I trust that it's going to happen when it's meant to happen. And that's not stopping me from taking action. That's not stopping me from this belief. And I'm not going to put this pressure on it because then it's taking away the fun. We need to enjoy the journey. Like that's what life's all about. There's no destination. It's the journey of who we're becoming, enjoying it, finding it. So just think about it. We set goals, like I said earlier, because we believe it's going to bring us a feeling out of it. And usually we want feelings, of love, of success, of freedom, of abundance, of happiness. When we are attached and adding pressure to our time, to our goals to happen in a certain way, to happen in a specific time, we're not feeling the feelings that we desire. We need to feel the feelings before we have what we desire. So release the pressure, girlfriend. I told my client today, I set some really big goals for December and they were stretch goals. They're realistic, but they definitely were a stretch. And I was like, okay, cool. This is going to be so exciting. This is like so big. And at the same time, if it happens in January, it happens in January. I detached. And because I felt what it's going to feel like before I had it and I detached and I didn't add the pressure, I'm on track. I'm 90% there. And I'm telling you, this is taking me time to practice and embody. This is what I support my clients with on a one-on-one and group level because it's easier said than done. But we got to release the time. You have too much pressure on your timeline. So when I say goals now, I just say, okay, this is what I'm calling. This is what I'm open to receiving. And I'm open to this. And if not this, then something better. And I trust that it will come into my life at the right time. Right? It's okay if it didn't happen not on my terms. I still believe it's going to happen. And a big adding point I want to add to this is that don't make meaning of it. Just because it didn't get accomplished in your timeline doesn't mean you're a failure, doesn't mean you're not good enough, and doesn't mean it's not meant for you. Nothing has meaning other than the meaning we give it. So just keep going. If you're aligned with it, if it's meant for you, it will happen. And I'm going to see you. You're going to remember this podcast. You're like, oh yeah, she claimed top 100. She claimed top 10. It's going to happen. So just watch. I'm okay. I've detached. And that goal is coming with me in 2023. Same goal. It's okay. Doesn't mean anything. Okay. I've accomplished a lot of other things this last year. Became a breathwork facilitator. I hosted a retreat. I got back together with Evan. Like there's been so many amazing goals that I didn't actually set as goals. And so I'm proud of myself. All right, let's move on we have two more. The sixth one. And you're definitely probably going to resonate with this. You are relying too much on motivation or you don't have motivation and that's impacting your action. This is a huge mistake that's blocking you. We cannot rely on motivation because it's not about motivation. Honestly, tough love here. It's about discipline and it's about a commitment to yourself, your goals, your vision, and waking up and doing whatever it takes to get there. So think about it. Excuse me, I had to take a sip of water. Am I motivated every day to show up online? No. Am I motivated every day to go to the gym? No. Am I motivated to meditate every day? No. To meal prep every week? No. But I have a commitment to myself. I have a vision and I have a purpose behind it. So I do what it takes to get there. So a way to handle this, it's when you have a strong purpose, when you have a strong why, you will do it anyways, even if the motivation is there. You do it. You do what you need to do. I have a really big purpose of why I have this brand, have this business. I'm here to make massive impact on women's lives. Some days are easier than others. Okay. I have a purpose. I want to feel the healthiest I've ever been because that way I can show up as the best version of myself. So I go to the gym. I meditate because I know that keeps me grounded and I show up as the best version of myself. I do breath work. Every time I go into breath work, I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't have motivation to do breath work. I think it's unproductive. I could be doing all these other things, doing, but there's that 1% of me that knows I'm stressed or overwhelmed or I have emotion that I need to release the energy. And I'm always 100 times grateful and happy I did it. And I show up 10 times better. Typically something magical happens, a manifestation, a synchronicity after it. You just do it because you know how it's going to feel after it. You feel me? No one ever regrets a workout, right? Think about it this way. So, okay, that's a vision, that's a why. But also think about it this way. Do you get motivated to get dressed and look cute for work every day? Do you get motivated to go to the coffee shop and get that bougie French vanilla latte? No, but you do it anyway. Why is that? Because typically when you have the thought, you think of the end result, right? What is it going to feel like, or what is that going to look like? Oh my goodness, my mouth starts to salivate as I think of that coffee. Or, oh, I'm going to feel really confident in that meeting that I'm going to speak at today. So you just do it. So use this on top of the why, create the vision, see the end result, feel it, and then take the action on it. It needs to mean something to you. Like I said, no one ever regrets a workout. So imagine yourself walking out of the gym feeling vibrant and healthy and good. Imagine yourself doing, I'm trying to think of another goal that you may have, right? Reaching out to the potential client. Whatever it is, imagine it. Bring the visuals and the feelings, the purpose, the why behind it, and take action. And realize it's your discipline and commitment and not motivation. Not everyone's motivated. That's the difference between the successful and the not. Everybody has the same 24 hours a day. Everyone still has those like, oh, I just want to cuddle up and watch Netflix. Are you going to do what it takes or not to get to where you want? So that's the sixth one. And now the last one is you are not seeking support, guidance, or accountability. This one is huge. I would not be where I'm at today, the woman I'm at, with the confidence, the accomplishments, if I didn't ask for help and support and get accountability along the way in my life and in my business. There is power in masterminds. There is power in mentorships. There is power in accountability. You're not meant to do this alone. People have most likely achieved what you want to achieve before you. So use that to your advantage and model their success. Ask if they're willing to get on a Zoom call or a coffee, and ask what were their first steps to get you there. Invest in a program that's going to teach you how to start your photography business, or hire the coach or mentor that's going to help you overcome the beliefs and fears around starting a business or a charity or hosting a retreat, whatever it is. I don't know what your goals are. Get support, get guidance. My clients get the results they get because they are willing to ask for support and invest time, money, and energy. And this literally is a shortcut when you ask for support, because they're not making you learn how to get from point A to point B with all the trial and error and all the turns and whatever. It's literally like, nope, do this, do this, do this. You save time, you save money, and you save energy by investing in and asking for support. There's power to it. I'm here. I host free workshops. I better see your booty in the New Year's one. I have an ebook if you're not ready to invest in coaching, which is a super affordable guide. Put the lattes on hold for a week at Starbucks. Go get the ebook. It's a step-by-step guide on helping you make positive improvements and changes in your life, in yourself, in your routines, right? I have one-on-one coaching. I have Embrace Your Radiance. I've created these tools and resources for you because I want to help you so bad. You don't deserve to feel stuck or unclear or unmotivated, whatever it is you're feeling. I've been in your shoes and I've created shortcuts to help you get out of it and reach your potential 10 times faster. But you got to seek it, right? You got to do it. And of course, there's power in the free workshops and free ebooks that I and others all over the world, right? Like there's an infinite amount of support of therapists, of counselors, of coaches, of programs. It's everywhere. And, maybe you do start with the free things. This podcast is great. And like I always say, sometimes it takes more than that, having a little skin in the game. When I paid $20 for like a 3-month workout challenge to lose weight, I started good for the first week or so, but I had no accountability. I didn't have the best support. And honestly, I didn't have enough skin in the game because when I was driving home from work, I was like, it was just $20. I'm just going to go home and just watch Netflix. I'm so tired. But when I paid $300 for a health coach, you better believe I showed up every single day to do the workouts that she created for me. There was support, there was guidance, there was accountability, and there was skin in the game. There's someone else there holding the vision for you. There is power. It's not a coincidence that the most successful people give thanks to their support system, to their coaches and mentors. We're here to help. We're here to show your blind spots, and we're here to help you get to where you want to get faster. So seek support, seek guidance, invest in yourself, get some accountability, whether it's an accountability group within this community, a friend, hiring me, joining Embrace Your Radiance, whatever it is. This is a huge game changer. I've invested over $100,000 in my fucking learnings and support and guidance now, but that's what has allowed me to have this much success and knowledge faster, because I asked the people who've already done it to pave the way, and they've supported and guided me. Okay, so these are big reasons that I have made mistakes on, I've been in your shoes if you're resonating with any of them. You're not alone, but now that you know, now that you have the awareness, now you can do something different. So just to recap, things you may have done that are creating, or why you're not achieving or manifesting your goals. You didn't set goals. You didn't get clear enough with the goals. Maybe you weren't aligned with them. They weren't actually what you want. When you set them in a way too old school, reverse engineering way. They were not realistic enough. You were too attached to the timeline, adding amounts of pressure. You're relying just on motivation and not taking the right action. And you aren't seeking support and guidance and accountability. All right. Thank you for listening. I really hope this lands. I hope this gives you excitement and momentum to not give up on your goals. That is my intention with this. You are not alone. I'm so grateful I didn't give up on my goals, because newsflash, I have lost the weight. I have kept it off. I've healed my relationship with my food. I've reached all of those New Year's goals that I used to set year after year, plus so much more. And it's how I have what I have now. I've learned the ways, and I truly want to share with you. I want to help you. If you're ready to get clear on your goals, avoid mistakes, learn the other mistakes, learn how to handle the obstacles, and learn how to set them the right way and how you can manifest them, join the workshop. This is the last year I'm hosting it for free, because I'm making changes in my business, higher standards. I'm here to help. I love offering these things for free. And there's just so much juice that I have to, make it fair for my paying clients. But join. It's the 10th to the 12th. You're going to feel so much energy, so much excitement, so much momentum. I promise it's going to help you, steer you in the right direction for 2023. And if you're ready to kick it up a notch and really have more guidance, more tools and resources and support, and really want to learn more around the subconscious mind and manifestation and the universal principles and laws to really help you make this year even better, Embrace Your Radiance will be opening up in January. We will be starting, I believe it's January 30th. The cart opens around the 16th, something like that. So stay tuned. I will, if you already know that you're interested and you want to learn more and apply, I will put the link in the show notes below. So in the show notes, you will see all of the links for joining the workshop, January 10th to 12th. Embrace Your Radiance application, that's going to be opening up in January. The ebook, one-on-one coaching, all of my links are there. Take this as a sign to take a leap and take a chance on yourself. I'm so grateful I did it years ago, and I know that you are worthy and capable of having all of your heart's desires. Well, I appreciate you so much for listening. Thank you so much for always listening and your support. If you valued from it, tag me, share me. If you know someone could use this, please share it with them. This is how we grow this family, how we make an impact on the world, is by sharing valuable resources that we have learned. And I appreciate you so much for sharing. And I hope you learned something today. I'm excited to see you inside of the workshop. It's going to be so juicy, so good. I hope you have the best, most radiant day ever. Keep shining your light, and I will see you next week on the next episode.
Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you enjoyed today's episode, please be sure to share it with me and write an Apple iTunes review so I can keep the good stuff coming your way. If you aren't already following me, you can find me on Instagram at Tatiana_Kuto. Make sure to tag me in any posts that you share. I love and appreciate you so much and cannot wait to connect with you in the next episode. In the meantime, go out and radiate your light into the world.